Alright, hello, we are back. We are gonna get some more of this here. That's not, I just tried to pick up my mouse. Put that back on its charge dock, I don't need that. I need my controller. Alright, so I'm torn. Because as we can clearly see, most people have done seminars. Is there anyone I couldn't certificate before? She already has. It's just him, but we don't have the seal for it, right? Yeah, okay. I'm in a seminar. And I'm in a seminar with... I want to try to get as many people as possible. This seems like the most useful one. Let's do that. I do forget the usefulness of seminars. Like, I don't feel like I do them enough. Like, I feel like I kind of just kind of forget that they could be useful. Now, the downside is that I didn't really want to interact with the social skills of people, but these two might be a hilarious kind of matchup. Let's see what their interactions are like. There's not really a reason for him to do that, besides that he can, so... It was actually kind of a waste, to be honest, but that's okay. Ferdinand needs... he is gonna be staying on his horse, I think, for the foreseeable future, so we're gonna be giving him... work on his horse riding skills. He seems to be quite behind in them. Alright, now let's go back and give up a little bit more of his lance skills. Alright. Bernadetta, alright. She really just wants to focus on this, so we're gonna do that. It's like evasion skill though, because I would really love to give her some more evasion stats, but I don't know how to really do that by training. Oops. Oh well. That's fine. Too late. It's done. Alright, so Petra is the next one, I think. Oh, we have two left, not just one. Alright, well, let's do Petra. That's fine. I haven't given her a bow, but I guess I could. I'm sure I have an extra bow floating around. Though I think I'm only gonna give her the half the mini bow. So what the mini bow will do is it will give her the option to, because it has that, that 1 or 2 distance options. Let's get Casper up. I'd really love him to be at a level A. I'd love to have just somebody at a level A. I think it'd be kind of cool. No perfects. Bummer. That's okay. I'd like to focus on sort of a fighting class. No, I'm sorry. Go for a visit with Bernadetta. Great weather today, perfect for shutting myself inside. I'm glad you get it. With great weather like this, there'll be no one inside to bother us. What made you a recluse? That was kind of harsh. Well, I guess I can tell you, Professor. My father's obsessed with money. He's only ever seen me as bait for a rich husband. Oh. To train me to be a good submissive wife, he'd do things like tie me to a chair and leave me there all day, challenging me to stay quiet. I tried hard to do as he asked. Honestly, I did. Before I knew it, I couldn't bring myself to leave my room anymore. Oh my god, what? I had this overwhelming fear of all the time. No matter how hard I tried, my father never thought I was good enough. After that, it was a constant scolding. He couldn't say 2 words without mentioning how useless I was. An unmarriageable girl. My life was isolated, to say the least. I wasn't allowed to play with other kids, let alone make friends. Soon I stopped wanting that. I was happiest alone. Jesus fucking Christ! But even that made him mad. When he tried to drag me outside, I kicked and screamed so much I seriously hurt myself. He calmed down a bit in recent years. His constant torment was replaced by complete indifference. He mostly acts like I don't exist now. What the hell? How'd you end up? If you can believe it, I was basically kidnapped. My mother ordered her attendant to stuff me in a bag while I was sleeping. By the time I figured out what was going on, I was already here. For a while, I was sure I was going to die. But here I am. Look at me. Still breathing. Sorry. I didn't mean to get you all down, talking like that about my past. Just for everything I told you, there's no point in talking about myself anyway. Idiot. Oh, this is why everyone hates you, Bernie. Thank you for confiding in me. What? No, it's not. Aww. I don't know if that was the right answer, but it was the one I wanted to go with. It was. It looked like. And we refilled her motivation meter, so that's fantastic. We can do this. There's one thing taken care of. I don't really know why we have him working with heavy armor, but we can. Oh, are you kidding me? Ferdinand's 4 points? Ugh. That's exciting, though. I'm excited with all the progress we've made in the last week. This should be an exploration day. Yes, it is. Alright, we're gonna explore. Seminars are great, but I really need to do some of the, support! There we go. Look at- okay, this is gonna take a while. So I'm gonna drink some soda water, which I should have right here. Get my background a little bit. So since I've been posting to YouTube a lot lately, I had a friend comment that I get a little echoey. And he said it was hard to understand me. I don't necessarily agree with that, but he did say that I was a little bit echoey, and that's inaccurate. So I know what it is. It's that my walls are all blank in here in this office. So I added up this Afghan that's blanket that I usually use on my lap when I'm streaming. Put it up behind me. So, alright. Sometimes I wonder if your life could have taken you down a different path. If you had never met me and entered my service, you might have had a more peaceful A more tedious path? Inconsequential and spoiled rotten like so many other nobles? Never. I'm getting messages, sorry, give me 1 second, guys. That's fantastic. Alright. My duty is to you is no mere obligation. I choose this. Aw, Hubert, that's really cute. I don't want them together. I thought about that would be obvious to you. I understand you well, better than anyone. But when I see you in that monastery studying with the others, it makes me wonder what kind of life you might have had without me. That's all. Such a life may have had its appeal. I thought I'd left my years of carefree innocence behind me. I cannot deny that I find myself enjoying my time at the monastery. So he's her servant, he's been her servant his entire life. This looks like a fun franchise, but then I realize how many games I'd have to catch up on. So the cool thing about Fire Emblem is almost all of the games are completely standalone. So there are a lot of games in the Fire Emblem series, but Fire Emblem Three Houses is completely separate. It has no story connections to any of the other games whatsoever. It's followed a fairly similar pattern, but as far as like kind of storytelling aspects, but it is its own complete story. I think. So I know there's a couple of the old ones. So Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance, I think is what it's called. GameCube and one of the Wii. Those were direct sequels to each other. And then Fire Emblem Awakening made references to the old games, but was not actually. Like, I hadn't played any of the other games at that point in time either, and I understood everything that was going on. That enjoyment, however, is only thanks to you. Standing by your side is all that truly matters to me. I see. Then I won't speak of such things again. If it's really what you want, I'll gladly keep you by my side. Aww. Dang it! This is the hard part, because the path I must walk is soaked in blood. It's a path that can lead to madness, can snatch away one's future, can even take one's life. Alright, I need to take some notes here. So one of the things that's fun about this game is the matchmaking aspects of it. I haven't quite figured out who I'm matching everyone together with, so I need to take notes on that while I figure it out. Alright, so Edelgard, also known as E, and H are pretty cool. Alright, so we've got Edelgard. Maybe with Hubert, because he's kind of fun for her, I think. And the pool of blood at my feet is growing larger. The stains can never be washed clean. Please, leave the violence to me. Oh my gosh, no, what? Stop it! A leader must be seen as pure above the fray. Allow me to paint the path that lies before you red with the blood of your enemies. I will do it gladly. Their, like, weird creepiness is adorable, and I don't like the fact that I find it adorable. So, interestingly, it looks like it looks like none of the other people can get hitched. With this idea, I may be able to get the one-up on Edelgard. This again. Hubert! I wish you would not sneak up on me like that. Maybe it would be more perceptive if your mind was less burdened by sedation. Absurd. It's a very important project. Yes, I heard. A new way to prove how superior you are to Lady Edelgard. She's not your rival, Ferdinand. She's above you. Oh, these guys are great. A noble like you ought to know his place. Anyway, anything is better than being a noble like you. Every time you open your mouth, it's Lady Elgar this, Lady Elgar that. Do you even think for yourself? You follow her around like a pet. You spend all your time fretting over her, and yet you never truly express an opinion of your own. Before you reprimand me, take a moment to consider your own feelings. Your nonsense is tiresome, so I hope this will be the last time I have to remind you. Lady Edelgard is the Imperial Princess. You are merely the Prime Minister's son. Woof. Harsh. Yes, I understand that, but my duty is to guide her. To give frank advice when she is on the wrong course of action. That is what I strive to do always, thus my devotion to Surpass Edelgard, so that if she needs guidance, I will be prepared to give it. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. If you think it's just tiresome to have a mind of your own, then you will never be much of an advisor. Do the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop pouring? It does, River. Your obsession with all things superficial is disgusting. It's no use. You're hopeless. I'll take my leave. I have nothing more to say to you. Get out of here. Grrrg. So much. Well, this is fascinating. Following this equation. Lindart, here you again, I see. Go away, Hubert. Now is not a good time. Ah, yes, the double line becomes a helix and it's No, that cannot be correct. Now is exactly the time. Lady Elgar requests your presence. Come, the lecture is about to start. Politely inform her that my research is vastly more important than whatever it is she has to say. While your passion may be admirable, it is sadly misdirected. The matter takes priority. Return to your hobby when your duty is done. Hobby? But this research will most certainly prove useful in the future. The Empire requires you to be useful now. You should think you would want the same. You have almost unparalleled intellect, a singular focus, and unfettered imagination. In truth, you have talents that many, including myself, will never have the privilege of possessing. Are you complimenting me, Hubert? That alone deserves to be studied. Let me finish. I haven't an ounce of respect for the cause you have chosen to waste your talents on. Which changes frequently, I must add, with no rhyme, reason, or results. Learn to apply yourself to something constructive. You may still have a bright future. That sounds suspiciously as if you're not going to leave me alone. I just want to live a life doing things that interest me. Is that so wrong? That is unacceptable even for a nobleman. Her Highness will soon ascend to the throne. She's attempting to deal with such noble privilege head-on. Lol, romantic genocide. There's all sorts of hilarity. You have a point and I understand where you're coming from, but I can't do it. I can't bring myself to work for someone else. Pathetic. Keeps your books then. Goodbye, Lindart. The relationships and the conversations they have are pretty great. I usually try not to decide too closely who I'm gonna have anyone, like, link up with, until, they're like, till I've gotten everybody to a level B. Mostly because that's how that works out. Also, sometimes it just happens by accident. I'm not finished with you. I am Casper. Yeah. What's going on, Hubert? Do you need something? Is he in the library? Oh no, the training room's in the background. I watched you training earlier. Pitiful display. Wow, Hubert, you're awful. Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? You yell before every move. You know, I do it on purpose. It's how I get fired up. Not a problem for you? You scared? Stupid habit. If you value your life, you'll break it. What are you talking about? It sounds like you might have a problem with me. For reference, if you telegraph all your moves, you're more likely to get hit, so he's actually not wrong. He's just being an asshole. As a matter of fact, I do. If it was only your own idiotic life at stake, I wouldn't bother saying anything. But it's not. Your foolishness hurts everyone. Oh, you sure do love to hear yourself talk. Suppose you were to shout on the battlefield as you did in your training today. It is very likely the enemy could anticipate your next move based on your inspired blather, or your insipid blather, rather. And what What if your allies are startled by your outburst and fumble with their weapons as a result? This is not to mention the obvious fact that you would truly botch any covert operation. You really think I'm that stupid? I only shout when it's completely necessary. I don't do it all the time. Whatever habits you develop in training, you will reproduce in the battlefield. Combat is tense and brazen. You'll defeat your defaults to your training whether you mean it to or not. Hey, why didn't you shut up about it? I can control myself. I think pretty much everybody has a interaction with everybody else at this point. Hubert. I wanted to thank you for the other day. You know, when I fainted? Thank you for carrying me back to my room. That was nothing. It saved me effort in the long run. Leaving you there would have just caused even more trouble. I guess that's true. Well, thanks. There, I said it. And now I'm going. Is this why you've been circling me like a vulture for the past several hours? A vulture's a bit... Well, yes. Yet you would have fled if I had approached you. It seems you will avoid me at almost any cost. Well, that's... You don't need to say it. I know I'm frightening. I'm told so often. Please don't laugh like that. It is a creepy laugh. Apologies. I will be mindful not to laugh in your presence from now on. I do shit like this. The grin of death itself. Terrifying. You think so? Oh no. Now you're angry too. Hardly. I'm sorry to have frightened you. No, you're not. It's a trick. You're luring me into a false sense of security. I can't stand it. She's a lost cousin. Oh, now let's see. Oh, interesting. It seems there are multiple levels for some people. Fascinating. Cool, that's new. Completely unreasonable. How will I see to this? Hubie. She shortens everybody's names. What are you doing here? A routine matter, no cause for concern. So it's something to do with Eddie then. And she really is all you ever think about, isn't it? Look, I know you're doing all this so that she'll like you, but if you go too far, she'll just end up pushing you away. Maybe even hate you. This has nothing to do with swaying Lady Edelgard's sentiments. I am simply her humble servant. I do what it is in her best interest. Whether she cares for me or not is relevant. It really doesn't look that way to me. I bet you'd follow any order Eddie gave you, if you thought it would make her like you. Am I right? Any order. What a thing to suggest. But the answer is no. I'll decline any directive that I deem would not be beneficial to her. That's fair. Is that right? So, just for example, if Eddie commanded you to find yourself a suitable wife, would you do it? If it would benefit her in some way for me to marry, then yes, I would marry. It's easy to say that now, but with no bridal party in sight. But if it was the day of the wedding, nah, I don't believe that. I don't care what you believe. My only wish is to let Lady Edelgard fulfill her ambitions. All other matters pale in comparison. Hubie, pale in comparison. You've seen too many operas. I don't think you understand how the world works at all. And I don't care what you think either. I would make any sacrifice to support Lady Edelgard. It's a shame you've never experienced such devotion. You're right. I don't have anyone like that right now, but maybe someday I will. Then maybe someday you'll understand. Until then, we will never see eye to eye. Now, if you excuse me, I have much to do. Hubie, I don't get you, although I do find your point of view just fascinating. Alright, so they're not gonna work out. So far, it could be Bernadetta or Edelgard, and I'm just trying to figure out which one of those we think would be better. Petra's the last option. Petra. Industrious as ever, I see. Hello, Hubert. Yes, I am trying to be industrious. I must be working hard to improve my position. Right now, it is not a good one. Even accounting for that, your efforts are impressive. I wish a little of you would rub off on certain people here. One troublesome slouch in particular. Rub. I will not be rubbing on anyone. Not literally. I never would have imagined you would adjust so well to life in Football. When I first met you, you couldn't understand a single word of the language. You had the look of a cornered animal. So much so I thought you'd grown up in the wild. I had more youth then, and the experience was terrifying. My grandfather ordered me to come here with suddenness. I was stolen to a strange land filled with strange people. The treatment I received was like I was a strange beast. It is unfortunate, but while you were called our guest, you were actually a hostage. You were meant to be insurance that Brigid would not resort to restore its alliance with Dagda and attack us. The Empire required leverage. After all, you are the Prince of Brigid. It gave me sadness to leave my home, but I am not unhappy I came to the Empire. I have learned much understanding from the outside world. My experience has made me become who I am, and meeting you and Lady Edelgard has been great value for me. I admire your spirit with the face of adversity. You set a strong example to follow, and there is much more adversity to come. That sounds creepy and ominous. Alright, so not them either. Lindhard has fewer connections than I thought he would. Considering your goals aren't. You look pretty tired, Lindhard. I think you could use a little more of the fighting spirit. I believe you enough fighting spirit for the both of us. Enough? There's no such thing. You need as much as you can get if you're gonna train. I'd rather pace myself. You're becoming too much like your father. I still recall with startling clarity the time he forced me to do some training. I remember your father wasn't too happy about that. Our fathers actually got into a fight over it. They hate one another so much. I simply cannot fathom what's wrong with the two of them. I wish they'd just have it out already. One big fight to settle things. My father would win, obviously, but it would still be fun to watch. That would be rather cruel. I don't think anyone in Fodland could beat up your father. My father does have the height advantage, though. Height advantage? What does that matter? The two opponents of similar strength, the one with the height advantage wins. It's pure math. Whoever forces the other to submit wins. That's how fighting works. It has nothing to do with height. Brute strength alone doesn't decide a fight. The taller people have long limbs, too. Longer limbs equates to a longer reach. Taller people can hit you from farther away. Oh. And they have more limb strength. That's also the... Well, I'm bored of explaining this. I think you get my point. No, I don't get it. Now you're talking about limb length and reach. None of that matters when you're up close and brawling. You know, I'm going to agree with you, just so I don't have to keep talking. If you have something else to say, then come out and say it. Actually, forget this. I'll prove it to you myself. So those new knights look pretty tall. I'll fight just one just for you. And off he goes. They're also strong. I couldn't land a single blow. So it's as I said, isn't it? The tallest, faster, and my father could beat yours. Also, the faster man. Faster, alright. Man, I have not been keeping up with my social conversations, because this is exhausting. Let me tell you. La, 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 la. Such lovely weather for painting. Oh, who are you? Where did you come from? It's just me, Lindhard. What are you doing? Painting. Just painting. Not important. Am I in your way? I'm in your way. I'll go. I'm going. No need for all that. I just came here to read. I'm here to read. I'll stay quiet and still, so not to bother you. How's that? If you want to go, that's fine too. No. I'll stay. Say, aren't you usually holed up inside? I'm sorry for coming here. I'm sorry for bothering you. You're mad, aren't you? You look really mad. I'll just back up. I'll be gone before you know it. Mad? At you? Never. I really admire you, in fact. I fantasize about shutting myself in my room and never going outside again. It sounds like paradise. However, I wouldn't be able to perform my research. That, Bernetta, is a problem. What? You admire me? No. No way. I know a trick when I see one. What are you plotting? So you want to copy me, is that it? And what's a copy to do with the original? Replace it. Well, you got it figured out. I want to sit back and take it. I'll fight you. That's not... what? This is such apple. I'm leaving. Please don't kill me. Oh, I can't even deal with her. Oh my god, I need to listen to the rest of hers. No, come back. What are the rest of hers? Oh my god, these are great. Bernetta, why are you following me? We were following me quite conspicuously, so I attempted to hide now. Please don't hurt me. Calm yourself. I have no reason to harm you. Forgive me, I beg you. I'll go straight back to my room and you'll never see me again, I swear. Bernadetta. Yes, Lady Edelgard? Please explain why you're following me and why you tried to hide. Is Her Highness saying she will not condemn me? Please, speak like a human that you are. I've already said no harm will come to you. Yes, I'm sorry. For me to explain, Lady Edelgard, you're fearless. I look up to you as an example to follow. That explains it. How? I decided to watch you from a distance to learn from you, but your presence is, intimidating? I got more and more scared until I finally couldn't help but try to hide. Forgive me. I throw myself upon your mercy. Honestly. Look, nobody is truly fearless. Even I have things that I'm afraid of. What? You do? You seem oddly overjoyed at the thought. No, of course not. But, what in the world could possibly frighten you? The sea. I find the pitch black of the open sea at night quite frightening. I can't swim, so if the sea were to wash me away, I fear I would never return. The sea. I think I may have seen it once. Maybe. I didn't know you couldn't swim. That's a surprise. Again, my shortcoming is to delight you. Everyone has fears as well as things they can't do. How many times must I tell you? Oh, I really did make you angry. Dun dun dun! Too funny. Alright, that one was entertaining. Let's watch another one of these. Slowly get rid of these. Oh man. Petra, would you pause a moment? Yes, are you wanting something? I was observing your spear work, and I wonder if you don't think your transitions are sloppy. The way you move your arm before sprung thrust hinders your movements and slows your spear on its way back. It leaves a rather large opening. Which arm, my left or right? I think the right. No, actually it's both. It's something about the way you move your elbows. I'm not understanding. Can you show me, please? Demonstrate. No, I'd hate to get sweat all over my book. But I must correct this, please. If you are unable to do, if you are unable to do and you can only Oh, okay, I understand. I am more of a theorist than a practitioner. I advise and you implement. It's very simple. Then please advise again? It's quite simple. Sometimes you make a big stab downwards, right? Before that, you lift up. At that point, you sort of let the tension go and stop. It ruins the momentum of the stab. With no unnecessary movement. The arm movements... It's the arm movement that's extraneous. Calculate the locus of the spear and then elasticity of the muscles. Locus, elasticity. Can you not be showing me? Please, if you're showing me, I will learn it much quicker. I won't waste your time with such demonstrations. You're a smart one, Petra. You'll sort it out. Besides, I need to go now. I have a prior appointment to keep. It is only like stalking. It is on myself. I hope she figures it out. Alright, 2 down. 2, 4, 6 to go. Woof. Hi. Well. It isn't Bernadetta. What brings you here? I am bothering you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'll come back another time. Don't leave, you just got here. Was there something he wanted to talk about? Yes. Do you remember that time in town? In town? Oh, you mean when all the sleeves showed up? That was rough. I heard a bunch of people got robbed. No, not that. I mean the other time. I was carried off. Some thieves tried to carry you off? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Just tell me which way they went. I'm gonna... That's not what I mean. Oh, just forget it. Wait, don't go. What are you trying to ask me? Will you really listen this time? Of course. I'm sorry, you have my full attention. Do you remember when you carried me to that spot with a really pretty view? Where is that place? I've been looking all over. The place I took you to with the view? Oh, right. Okay, first you go to the monastery and... Actually, it's kind of tricky to explain. Come on, I'll take you there again. But pay attention this time. He carried her again? Oh, these people are hilarious. See, now I kind of want to put Casper and Bernadetta together, but I still really like Bernadetta and... What was it, Hubert? I haven't really liked Lindhart with anybody in particular yet. Ah! Yeah! Training in. Certainly working hard, Casper. You should have said something. I did, but no matter. What has you training with such intensity? It's never good to neglect one's training, but overeating isn't ill-advised as well. You could already give a student here a battle they wouldn't soon forget. You think so? Thanks, I appreciate that. I can't really stop training though. I gotta be better if I expect to get anywhere in this world. If memory serves, you're the second son of House Berg with German names. That's right, my older brother is the heir. There are already too many mouths to feed in our family, so I couldn't count on any support. Pretty much have to make it on my own, you know? I understand it's difficult. It's being born noble. Those who inherit everything also inherit great burdens, but the same can be said of those who inherit nothing. What are you talking about? I don't have any troubles. Who cares if I inherit anything? It just means I get to cut my path to my own future. You know what your problem is, Edelgard? You always have to make everything about you. Why are you picking a fight, Casper? Hey now, come on. I didn't mean anything disrespectful. I was happy to fight, though, if that's what you want. Ugh, I have no desire to bicker with you. Good luck with your training. Goodbye. What was that about? I'll never understand her. It's because you're a jerk, boy. Alright. Let's try her and Petra. Let's see how this one goes. Casper, that equipment is new. It is suiting. It suits you. Hold on then, Petra. What is wrong? It's your attitude. How can you act so casual around me? My father killed your father. You shouldn't be able to stand at the sight of me. You actually hate me, right? That's fine. I can take it. Completely understand. Just be honest. Give it to me straight. If our roles were reversed, I don't think I'd be able to forgive you. I don't understand how you can... You're not the one who did the killing, Casper. Our parents had conflict, but we were not them. I have no worry about that. You should not either. I don't need to worry. Impossible. I don't think I'll ever be... You must. It's not. The conflict will keep carrying on. Wow, that's incredibly mature. If children cannot forgive, it will not ever have an ending. Is that what you are wanting? Of course not. Please, give it some thinking. I will be leaving now. Alright guys, I actually gotta take this phone call. I will be back in just one moment.